Zel Boy Army, welcome to another spicy video on the channel. In this one, we're looking at Future Stars pick Curtis Jones. This Curtis Jones looks pretty spicy. EA have given us two good versions of him by the look of it. We're going to, in this video, look at the two versions, say which one I think is the best, give a few different reasons for that, look at the price, and then I'm going to talk about some cards that you can compare him to in-game. Let's get involved. Curtis Jones then, he has got an 88 left mid and an 88 centre mid. Some pretty good face stats on the card. His centre mid is in the Hullet gang. His 88 left mid has some very good dribbling. It looks pretty interesting. This card itself, it's probably going to come in at around 350 to 400k. So it is not cheap, but it has a lot of good links. That is one. That is one thing we can say. He's going to be able to link him to Rooney, any English players, strong link to all the Liverpool players. So he's going to be one of the very easy cards to link in a team. So you're never going to have any chemistry links. That is one of the first things you need to look at when you're looking at a new card. We'll get his left mid up first. Where is he? Okay, Curtis, come to Zelly. Here we go, the left mid. So the left mid, 4-star, 4-star. He has some very good dribbling stats, pretty good physically. Decent pace. If you put a hunter on him, you would get 94 shot power, 95 finishing, 99 pace. On paper, it looks very good. But for me, a 6'1" card, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. He could be really good on the ball, but you're going to have to watch reviews where they actually show you in-game to see if he's good enough on the ball. He's got the elite dribbling stats. It's just whether or not at 6'1" he's going to play like that in-game with his body type. But with a hunter, you're getting some pretty crazy stats. It's just, for me, why would you be that bothered to get a left mid version of him where you can get Neymar, who's probably going to play better when he's 5-star, 5-star, and takes up that slot. But if you need a left mid in your Prem team, this Curtis Jones does look pretty spicy. The centre mid, though, that is the one to me that probably stands out. And we're going to compare him to some of these different cards now. The centre mid, still 4-star, 4-star. High work rate's really nice. He is really quick. He's got very good all-around shooting. His passing's pretty elite. He's got pretty good dribbling on the ball. Not as good as the left mid, but a midfielder is nowhere near as important. Good defending, but not elite defending. Very solid physically. The aggression's nice. The high stamina's nice. He looks pretty good on paper to me. Let's compare him to some other cards, though. Prime Ballack, 4-star, 4-star as well. Prime Ballack is quite a bit slower. Bit better at shooting. Similar-ish passing. Prime Ballack is a lot worse on the ball. Basically the same defending. And basically the same physical. So Prime Ballack is arguably... I think Prime Ballack is probably worse than this guy, considering this guy's got the pace and extra dribbling stats. I would rather have Curtis Jones than the Prime Ballack. So that is a pretty good start for Curtis Jones. He's already defeated Michael Ballack's Prime card, which is pretty good. King Leon Goretzka. If I'm going to do this SBC, and I am very tempted, and anyone who watches this channel will know it is very rare that I ever actually do any of these SBCs that we get. I would be replacing Goretzka probably. He'd be my middle centre mid. Let's compare. He's quicker. He has the skill moves that Goretzka doesn't have. He's high. I don't think work rates are that big a deal, but for a midfield to have high is quite nice. High medium is pretty much plays the same anyway, I find. So Curtis Jones beats him on the skill moves. Goretzka is an inch taller, which is nice. Curtis Jones all around shooting edges it because he's just got that extra shot power, but it's pretty close. He's got a lot more vision, a lot more short pass, long pass curve. Curtis Jones is quite a lot better at passing because Goretzka's better stats are the crossing and free kicks, which are irrelevant on this game. So Curtis Jones is much better at passing. Goretzka dribbling says he's better because he's got more reactions, ball control, which are nice stats, and the extra dribbling. But I feel actually on the ball, they'll be fairly close because of the agility and balance that he has over Goretzka. But I do like the extra reactions, ball control from Goretzka. Goretzka's better at defending, basically just has more interceptions. Pretty similar though. And then physically, they're pretty similar again. These cards are near identical. They've both got very good links. Curtis Jones is a bit better, probably be a bit less clunky. But then Goretzka's got a bit more defending, bit more ball control reactions. They're very close. And Goretzka's about 500k live card and tradable. But Goretzka, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, is one of the very best value elite midfielders in the game. So Goretzka against Curtis Jones. For Curtis Jones to stand up pretty close, that's pretty impressive. The Ox and Bobby. We've had a lot of Liverpool SBCs this year. How does he compare to the Ox? Slower, similar shooting, much better passing, worse on the ball than the Ox, but miles better defending, like miles better, and quite a lot better physically. So he's a lot better than the Ox. I also like the extra height, bigger body type in game for a midfielder. For me, this Curtis Jones could be the creative midfielder, but for me, he's probably on paper better as a box-to-box all-around one. So pretty decent. He beats the Ox, but that's not a surprise. Bobby, this guy came in at like 900, 950k, and I thought it was a rip-off. Some in the community thought it was good value, but for me, I disagreed. Let's compare. Curtis Jones is a lot quicker. Bobby does have the 5-star skill moves, which is nice. Curtis Jones is a bit bigger, which is nice though as well. Curtis Jones is a lot quicker, a lot better shooting, bit better passing, pretty close though. Bobby's a bit better on the ball, pretty similar though. Bobby has the better defending, and then Curtis Jones has the better physical. For me, they are pretty close cards. I would prefer the Curtis Jones personally, because I'm not that bothered about skill moves. And I think English links on this game, considering the type of... you're going to be in the Prem anyway, and you're going to want cards like Rooney, Tavernier. I think the English link is an advantage. So I think that Curtis Jones coming at less than half the price of that Firmino. Yes, he's come out about a month and a half, maybe 2 months nearly now later. Means he should be cheaper, but I think that he stands up well, this Curtis Jones. Bear in mind, when the only card there that we compared him to that was probably about even was Goretzka. Goretzka is 100k more, but is a live card, so he can get more upgrades. He might not, because he has to get it in form. He's already got the +4 wins from Bayern Munich. But this Curtis Jones is untradeable. You are going to be stuck with this card for the rest of FIFA if you part with your dearly beloved coins. He looks very good. I think both cards look good. The left mid Jones is good. I just think left mids, there's plenty of good ones in the Prem. Son's going to get good cards. Mane's going to get good cards. Whereas this guy, before, he's probably the best midfielder in the Prem, other than any of Bruno's top special cards, or De Bruyne's team of the year. Unless I'm being stupid, I think he might be the third best centre mid in the Prem now, on the game right now. And not many people can afford the very expensive Bruno's, the team of the year De Bruyne. And he's got great chemistry to all the Liverpool players, English players, linking Tavernier, Rooney. He does look very good. I'm going to woman hour by him. I might use him this weekend. That obviously I'd have to do him first. If I do him though, he'll definitely be tested out this weekend. But he does look really good to me. Reasonably valued SBC. If this card was on the market, he'd probably be near 1 million coins. So I like that. You have to think Camavinga was like 2.5 million when it came out. Stats-wise, this guy's not quite as good as Camavinga, but he's 4-star, 4-star. So he's probably as good as him. And he's got better chemistry than Camavinga. So you have to think about all this. This Curtis Jones is very good value. It's just about, do you think he will fit in your team long term? Thank you guys for watching this video. Appreciate the support. Keep it spicy.